So, Sarah, tell us what's going to happen here on the Veterans Common on the 22nd.
Sure. Saturday the 22nd at 2 o'clock, we will kick off our third annual North Attleborough Pride Festival. Right here on the gazebo, we'll have the School of Rock, a couple different speakers, some performers, and a local band. And we'll have about 50 to 60 vendors and community organizations joining us here for a festival of pride.
How did you get involved originally?
So I actually started Pride here in North Attleborough 3 years ago, wanting to create something in our community like this. A lot of neighboring communities have Pride festivals that bring the community together, and we have a pretty vibrant LGBTQIA community here in North Attleborough. And so I just thought it made sense to start pulling that together, and I reached out to a few local people in town that have experience doing things in town, one of which is Sarah, and that's how it got started.
So, Sarah, number 2, how did you get involved?
First, Peter, thank you so much for having us here. This is awesome. Well, Adam Scanlon, our state rep, introduced Sarah and I, going back a few years ago when when Sarah was thinking about starting this, and I thought it sounded like just the perfect event to get involved in. And, I think it's something that is wonderful here, just celebrating life and all sorts of lives.
Now, were you involved day one, just like Sarah?
We kind of. I mean, it's Sarah's brainchild, but we sat in on a phone call. I mean, it was kind of COVID times a little bit still, and so we met over the computer and just started really kind of hashing it out, and then it turned into this just amazing event the last few years.
Year number 3, looking back at year 1, has it grown at all?
Well, definitely from year number 1. We expect about 500 people at the event. They all come and go. It's not all at once. It's kind of like a farmer's market vibe where people kind of come, do their thing, leave, come back. We expect that we'll get a lot of people coming downtown just to walk around. It is in the afternoon. It's also the same day as the pool opening. So we're really excited just to have a really bustling center of town that day. The first year was young. We had about 30 vendors. We didn't really know what we were doing. We were just kind of feeling it out and learning as we went. As the years have gone on, we've gotten a little more comfortable in what we need to do from an operational standpoint. We have some really loyal vendors and partners in the community that have helped us to fund this. And it's been great. We're really excited. It's been a lot of work still coming up to this. We have a really committed small group of volunteers. It's all volunteer run. And we're excited to see a bigger crowd. We welcome everyone.
Sarah, she talked about, being open. You as a member of the school committee know that's difficult with some parents. How do you address something like that?
Well, I think it's important, especially as a school committee member, to ensure that, especially for our students, our students that attend here, students that are, LGBTQ, that we have a space where everyone feels like they belong. And it's something, that I feel passionately about, even in the school system, that we create environments where everybody can feel like themselves. And that is very important to me. And so, an event like this, I think, is just so wonderful for a community. And I'm so glad North Attleborough has embraced us.
Someone who's not a part of the LGBT, and I know there's a number of other letters that have been added over the years. If they're not a member of that community, are they still welcome? Should they come here? Is it educational?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I have lots of friends and family that are planning to come that aren't part of the LGBTQIA community, but really you are if you're coming, because one of the A's in LGBTQIA is for allies. We think that is one of the most important members of the community. We need more allies in our town to stand up for the people who are a marginalized community. Yeah, everyone's welcome. And if you've never been to a Pride and you don't know what it's about, if you've never seen a drag show and you're scared of what that might look like or be, I think you should come. Check it out. This is a family-friendly event. This is about as family-oriented and pridey as you can get. I've tried to really enforce that and bring that to the surface. And I think if you haven't been to something like this, you should totally just be open, come check it out and see the joy on everyone's faces and just how everyone feels included and happy, and maybe we'll win you over.
Now, there's an event Friday night at Angletree. Does that have anything to do with you guys?
Absolutely. So Friends of Dorothy is an organization started by a gentleman named Sterling Blonder. He has run that event. It's an adult event over at Angletree. It's the first, I want to say it's the first Friday of every month. I might be getting that wrong. Third Friday of every, don't quote me on that. I'll get you the right date.
Well, I know it's the 21st this year.
21st this year, so it's probably the third Friday of every month. He brings the community together. It's just a social hour, like a happy hour. So this year we connected with him, we should probably say he connected with us, and we've been working together on a few aspects of that event. One of which is our silent auction. Like I said, everything here is funded by our sponsors, our vendors, and it's not an inexpensive event to put on. So we do a silent auction every year. We have some really fun items donated from members of the community and businesses in the community. Some of our more premium items are going to start with their bidding over at that Angletree event. So if you want a first shot at like a football from a Patriot signed by a Patriot, or tickets to something, that's really where we're going to kick it off. And then those will come over here to our silent auction to finish the bidding and be added, and a lot of other items will be added. So we're connected with him, and it's 18 plus actually at that event. So if you're 18 plus and you want to kick off the weekend early, go to Angletree.